Boop. Whew. You ready for this? Alright, before we get started, let me check the sound. Yeah. I turned it down a bit. About 20%, because when I chopped up the stream yesterday, I saw that it was pretty loud. Is that the sun rising? Perfect. Good morning, everybody. Today we are playing Avowed. I'm actually starting to have a really good time in it. It took a while to build up. I think what really made the game fun for me was getting out of town. The town sucked because the people don't react. You can do whatever you want. There's no consequence. It just felt weird in town.
Can't say I'm sad to be leaving Paradise. I had no idea how tense things were with the Adherans moving in.
An equal's death won't help matters.
Dead man tell no tales.
Survival dictates you remove a threat as soon as it makes itself known. That's exactly what you did.
Regardless, the Steel Garrote will see this as an excuse to crack down. I get the feeling they've been looking for one.
Steel Garrote? I figured they're just more intense Adheran soldiers.
They're paladins devoted to Wodica. Zealous but effective.
They're certainly making their presence known. Can't say they're making any friends, though.
I don't like that loooong woman. She gives me the vreekas.
Yeah, I've seen floggings gentler than the scolding she gave Hillguard. One's tacking when the other's jibing, if you catch my drift.
I do not catch your drift.
Sorry, old sailor slang. They're working at cross purposes. And that's gonna mean trouble for everyone around them before long.
Then it's a good thing we're getting out of the city.
Yeah. Much as Liviana misses our company, I wouldn't count on your mysterious friend reviving you a second time.
Are you listening to that friend when you go all blank-eyed from time to time? Does your special friend talk to you? I mean, I had an imaginary friend when I was little, but they never brought me back from the dead.
He means that with all due professional respect, of course.
How do you know this friend doesn't mean us any harm?
First of all, you haven't died yet, so we can't prove that your friend won't bring you back. Because they like to have philosophical discussions and talk in poems.
So they do mean us harm.
Funny. Keep joking when the envoy starts sprouting mushrooms and attacking everyone.
Easy, Marius. Whatever this is, I don't think they have the Dream Scourge.
Well, you can't fault me for being thorough.
We're headed to Fior Messi Verno to see if the Animancers know anything about the Dream Scourge, right? Maybe we'll learn something about your condition in the process.
Right. When it comes time to deal with Animancers, you two are on your own.
Animancy is outlawed in Aether for a reason. Meddling with souls is dangerous.
Most fun things are.
They could stand around and have scholarly debates about souls all they want. Gives me a great opportunity to take a nap.
I haven't been back in a while, but Fior is, an interesting place. It was founded about 50 years ago by a disgraced Valian duke and a handful of animancers who'd soured on politics in the republics.
Town full of nobles, scholars, and leeches, all surviving off the work of the farmers who grow food for the whole island.
Not every courtier is a useless hanger-on, you know.
Right. You know, present company excluded, and all that.
Don't take it personally. Marius only does this with people he likes.
I'd say something back at you, but I'm just not feeling it for some reason.
See what I mean?
Charming.
Just wait till you meet the Animancers. It turns out that academics are as ungovernable as the rest of us rabble.
You don't understand what they're messing with. They can't tame the wilds with machinery.
They've held it at bay until recently. Their ingenuity, or madness, or heresy, take your pick, has fed a lot of people in the living lands. But, rumor has it, some unnatural blight is destroying their crops.
Hopefully they've been able to learn something of the Dream Scourge.
We'll find out soon enough. And while we're in Emerald Stair, there's something I've been putting off. An old friend from my time in Thirdborn had a cabin out in the woods. Tama. He passed a while ago, but he left something for me that I never got around to picking up. But since we'll be in Emerald Stair anyway...
You go to the cabin. Blech.
You won't regret it. Emerald Stair's lovely this time of year. Even the Delum gone bloom.
No matter what I tell you, you keep picking flowers from things that want to kill you.
Hey, they love me. You just gotta ask nicely. Compliment their foliage.
Right. Maybe buy them a drink before they choke you to death with vines.
This is gonna be easy.
I look forward to hearing what you think the word easy means.
You and I have quite the adventure ahead of us, Envoy.
Let's get started.
I have 2 rules. No campfire songs and no hugs. That last one's non-negotiable.
I hear wiggle room on the singing.
If we're done being ridiculous, we should get some rest. We'll be in Emerald Stair tomorrow.
Good to have you with us, Marius.
Right. Go to bed before you violate the hugging rule.
I just got started and you already want to make camp? Okay.
What are you...
Axe is fully leveled up. And I can upgrade the book. Neat.
grinning about?
Huh?
We can put some things away. And there, we're good.
Right. Well, stop it.
That's just how my face looks, Marius. Hey, you got something on your mind? Something you want to talk about?
Well,
Always make booze. Booze and stews, that's what I'm about. What is the recipe here? Cooked fish or ingredient, any animal product, any vegetable or produce, grain, and filler. No wonder you can always cook that. The ingredients are everything.
see, you're doing it now.
But to be honest, that's how I make casserole.
Now you're being funny.
Oh, gods. I'm just making it worse.
No one had anything special to say. A lot of mushrooms in the Emerald Stair.
Oh, would you be a dear and help with these spoilings, please?
Looks like she could use our help.
Let's give her a hand.
Arms up! You're on your right.
What's the target? My turn. Need a minute.
Don't get too comfortable. More are on the way.
Something hit me. Is it you? Get out of here. He's fast. Hello.
Oh, fantastic. People. I was about to lose my wits.
A mind's question. The dust of the Akita in her hair. She knocks. We would answer.
You wouldn't happen to have a ladder on hand, would you?
Are you one of Sansa's cartographers by any chance?
Sansa? Absolutely not. Cute as a button, but he's so high-strung. I pursue my own academic interests. Interests that require the vase in the ruins. And a ladder. But perhaps we don't need one. You're tall, striking, and well-toned.
It's true. You should touch my abdominal muscles. They'll ripple.
Do they really? I wonder what other advantages Godlikes come with. Maybe the three of you have experimented?
I'll try anything twice.
It's more of an animancy thing, isn't it?
I will not betray the love I left back in Adir.
Oh, you're loyal. I respect that. I have a lover myself, you know. He always carries a ladder. But, sadly, he's busy helping the Animancers in Fjord, and I need this vase now.
I can help. Little trouble.
Oh, you will? My. You're a looker and a doer. The vase sits atop that tower beside us, in the ruins there. And once you've got it, look me up. Yatsley, wizard extraordinaire, godless expert, and a Balrog in the bedroom.
You do meet the most interesting people.
I can get you 1,000 faces that don't require going into some ancient ruins, but no one listens to me.
Would romancing her count as bestiality? I've got a hunch. Alright. She said the vase... I could have swore she said something about a tower. Is this a place with a tower? Hang on. Search Tama's cabin in Emerald Stair. Okay, we've got lots of things to do. First of all, where is the vase? Up there and requires a ladder, huh? I don't believe you. I'm just gonna walk right up and take it.
Right behind you.
Surprise!
This one's mine.
Oh, there you are. Is that everybody?
Nice job, everyone.
Thanks. The radar's so small, but I think maybe I should start using that to figure out where everything is. Keep losing track of the enemies. They move around so much. hear you twinkle. There we go. Soul pods. You said you needed a ladder for this. Alright, I didn't see a chest down there. Ooh. Oh. There we go. Had my foot stuck. Thought that was gonna be the end for me.
Feels like some of these plants have it out for us.
Governor Vidaro ordered us to halt the excavation. Emerald Stair is going through changes and it's unstable in more ways than one. While I understand his concerns, these ruins have been here for a long time. I don't think they're going anywhere. Wish I could say the same for us. Feels like the land doesn't want us here. Can't argue with the land. I mean, okay. Alright, return the vase to Yahtzee. Oh, you really did just wait down here for me. I thought you ran all the way back to town.
Andra's titties, you found it! I tried using magic to get the vase down, but alas. Thankfully you and your little friends came along and saved the day.
Excuse me. We're all bigger than you are, Nimdude.
I may be small, but my magic is not, I assure you.
Skilled wizard should recognize when ruins should remain undisturbed.
Oh, trust me, my love Quilichi has told me so many times, but I cannot resist. How could I ignore a vase like this? Think of all the secrets and memories it holds.
Have you found any such memories?
Just one, and I didn't find it. But that's a story for another time. But I'd best pack up. I want to get home. I've a new artifact to study. Thank you for your help, Godlike, even if you didn't have a ladder.
Well, that's something I hope never happens again.
I've got a few inches to spare.
The godless and their proclivity for high spaces, I swear.
I just emptied out her backpack right in front of her. Deal with it. Alright, let's go to Tama's cabin. It's on the way. It's not on the way. It's 900 meters that way. Part of me wants to just flat out skip the city at first.
Right behind you. Let's go. Show me what you got. Another one. Good fight.
Oh. I see. These guys run up and explode on you. Is that it?
Granted, I don't come here often, but when did it get this bad?
Upgrade materials. Yeah. So there's a couple things I've heard about upgrading. One, you want to do it constantly. And two, the level of your gear affects the level of the drops you get. And so you want to stay highly upgraded at all opportunities.
Like a cat, not stomp around like a Balrog.
My training was a lot bigger on stomping than stalking, unfortunately.
Right, and I got cooking lessons in Solace, but you don't see me making beetle mash every night for dinner. The bears out here can hear a snapfly dropping Sokka from across the stair. You don't want to get eaten, you need to walk softly.
I'll remind you of that next time you start playing your flute at camp.
That is different. Bear's natural prey doesn't tend to play flutes.
They might show up to get you to stop.
I've had this flute for years, and I have yet to be killed by a bear.
On second thought, maybe that's what's keeping them away.
They do like to bicker, don't they? I kind of like them. Alright. We can't let this bear go around minding his own business. I want to sneak attack him right in the face. Sneak!
Here they come! Is that all you got?
Would you stop? Man.
Nice work.
I thought I did pretty badly, but...
More of this stuff. Has anyone figured out how to get rid of it? As if people weren't hungry enough.
So yeah, here's the Dream Scourge right here. Does this... Just out of curiosity. Yeah, that doesn't actually clear the environment.
I don't see what's the problem.
If you can't see it, I doubt I can explain it to you. They just make me feel uncomfortable.
I'm glad to see revenants working in our fields. I see nothing wrong with it.
What if the body used to be your brother? Your grandfather? You, Adiran, you know what a revenant is, don't you? Your dead friends and family walking around rotting all over your cabbages?
I agree with her. The dead shouldn't be used as farming equipment.
At least someone around here seems to have a semblance of common sense.
Hand in hand, they toil, and the earth gives in return. The smile of the harvest.
Hey, are you dead? No, you guys aren't dead. No, they're dead. I think these are the zombies. And honestly, like, I'm not so disturbed by the fact that the dead are working the fields, but they have to be operated by like a sentient soul. Like, basically, they've been denied an afterlife to be put to work in the fields, right? Hello? Ooh. Is there anyone to interact with here?
You're the first godlike to come through in... well, I can't remember how long. I hope that's a good sign.
It's definitely not a bad sign.
I'll take what I can get. If the gods don't bless us with a harvest soon, this market will be empty come winter.
You always ask the other settlements for aid.
You'd think so, but they don't approve of animancy. Something about undead farmhands makes them nervous. They still buy our crops, mind you, when the harvest's good.
What you got for sale? Animancer's Swallowtail. You get like a big boost to essence and carry capacity. What does my armor do? Area of effect damage. I do like that. I think I like my armor better. It's a cool one though. Give me all your upgrade material. All your essence. All your lockpicks. I'm gonna be robbing this place blind. Fragments of Skane's God Totem. Purchase it to see the information contained within. Okay. Iron Tome, quiet slave in an ancient tower you must brave. Left alone in Pharaoh Fields, ritual bait. Yeah, okay. I bought so much stuff. Like, I doubt we'll find all of these. I haven't actually messed with my own totem set in camp. Let me run out here real quick and see if I can use them. Because I found a decent number of Wodikas. And I want to see... Where's the totem pole? Here. Gotcha. So you have to have the totem base before you can do anything. Interesting. Alright, let's upgrade our armor. What? Just baby damage, huh? It seems like upgrading your light armor is the lowest priority. Because if the only boost you get is to, like, armor, which is like a percentage boost that's hardly anything, it's way better to do damage. What's going on up here? Nothing I can't rob. A treasure map. A bridge and a tower. There's no place for art in the living lands gone mad. Once there was a haven for free expression and research, but our voices have been silenced, our defiance stilled, our colors blended to obscurity. If you still have hope, find and carry my paintbrush. Perhaps you can succeed where I once failed. Wonder if that's going to be like a unique wand.
Keep quiet.
Surprise!
That's all of them.
He hit me really hard because I thought he was stunned. I thought I hit him just enough. Let us eat some rabbit. Hang on, I just realized. I put points in the Grimoire Snap. But I can cast it without a book. Hey, what's going on up here?
I don't know what to do. I just don't think they're gonna stop.
When did the Rangers start taking the Zarib side?
Someone want to catch me up?
We have had some of the finest animantic farming equipment available until Zarops came and destroyed it. I spoke to the Rangers about it, but they say the Zarops aren't acting aggressive or killing anyone, so there isn't much they can do.
That's odd. Why would Zarops attack equipment and not just continue the raid?
Maybe we can do something about it.
Finally, someone with a little backbone.
The Zarops have made camp in the swamp to the northwest. I'd say be careful, but my guess is they won't attack you unless you give them a reason. Just go check it out and let me know what you find. I'll let the Rangers know once the Zarops are no longer a threat. Gods go with you, my friend.
Sorp's in the northwest. Like, I assume that's the tower in the painting. So there's probably a bridge under it.
Almost every Zarop I've ever met has tried to eat me before I could finish saying hello. I think if I walked into a Zarop camp and wasn't attacked immediately, I wonder if I was invisible or something. Like a shadow. Here we go!
I tried.
Take him down. On your right. You're too late. Earth and rock.
There you are. Man, that poison's harsh.
You take lead.
Who's ready for more?
Time capsule note. The capsule was placed on the 1st of Primera. Prima? Yeah, I don't know when that was. Okay. Booze. Nice. What a cool time capsule. And it came with boots. Resolve and stamina. I'll take it. It's just better material. For some reason, I feel like that makes it better in general. But I don't think boots have like an armor quality associated with them. Well,
Here we go.
Oh no, you
Look
don't.
to your left. Nice job.
Did I cast that perfectly in between them? Get booked.
Right. This place has seen better days.
Take your best shot.
Oh, I tried.
Come and get me.
All right. Now, what were they hiding? I had a dirty key I could get in there, huh? I think the skeleton wizard had one. Is there a crumbly wall? Huh. Oh, come on, I could fit. Alright, what do we got? Valian gauntlets. They cool? Parry and sword and dagger damage. I don't use any of these. It's no use I hide the truffles under the floorboards, but the boars still come from them. Damnedest things must be able to smell them from miles away. First they uproot my entire herb garden, now this. One of these days I'll wake up and find they've crashed through my door and torn the entire place apart. Probably me too at this rate. I don't care how much they pay for truffles in Spirento. This isn't worth it. I'm heading to the docks tomorrow. I can ply my trade anywhere. It's true. Got a wild pig problem. Truffle growing in wild pig territory probably isn't the way to go. I think I need to go to town. Because as much fun as it is out here, and as much as I want to explore,
Quiet as the depths. Like a jungle cat.
as fun as it is exploring and tearing things apart, I think I need to do all my city stuff. pick up whatever quests I can, like this guy's.
Gods, what do I tell Sylvia? What do I tell the children? It's not bad enough that their mother a little earlier and you'd have beaten the other bandits to my crops. But I guess that's on you, isn't it?
Why don't you tell me what you lost instead of insulting me?
I left the whole pile right here. Enough food, good food, safe food, to get us through the next few months. I went inside just for a moment. The bandits took everything. This was probably her last harvest. There's not a damn thing left to eat.
I'll get it back.
When they ran away, I saw them following the river north. They're probably hiding up there, waiting to steal from someone else. You come back with my crops, and I'll give you whatever I can. You can't put a price on survival. Hey, you! Go away! There's nothing here.
Calm down. Let me just rob you and then get the people who robbed you. Easy. Due to structural instability caused by a recent sinkhole activity, the building is condemned until further notice. Valerie, if you're reading this, please speak with Governor Vidaro for more information on relocation. As tempting as it may be to ignore the issue after so long on the road, please be mindful. It's not safe here. You will be looked after. I want to go inside. I want to see the hole. Alright, I think I can do this. If I can get up there. Oh, come on. Let me parkour all the way up, please. Huh. Hey, we'll come back later.
Don't sneak up on me again. I have poor eyesight. What do you mean that's all you've got? Last week you said there'd be grain.
I know what I said, but we only have so much to go around.
No cutting in line.
Are the Animancers start?
Godlike.
Ooh. I'll drink your water. I'll drink your wine.
Another late harvest. How do they expect me to feed my family? Last season, we were lining up all the way to the river, but at least there was enough food for everyone.
Notice the market's pretty dead.
It's not just the market either. Emerald Stair might as well be a graveyard. Animancers are supposed to work miracles on these lands. But what good are miracles if we're starving?
Looking for someone in charge. Maybe they'll listen to reason.
You'd want to find the governor, then. Bastard's hiding in the big house on the far side of town. Animancers gave us these farms. If the harvest doesn't come, they'll be the ones who pay.
Right. I'll be going.
You do that. Word of advice, Outlander. Don't tarry in Emerald Stair. Not if you value your life.
Speak with the governor. He's not far. I think I've already robbed everybody.
You there. You look like you know where you're going.
Yeah?
Can you tell me the way to Fjord's market?
You're already there.
This isn't a market. It's a bunch of hungry people standing around. Are you sure?
Oh no. That's the gate they told me to look for. What happened here?
I hear the crops aren't doing well.
Oh, great. That's the last thing our boss will want to hear. I came here to cut a deal that'd feed Thirdborn for a month. I was meant to set up a supply line.
The dock's south of the city. You might find other traders there.
That's not a bad idea. I'll still have to face my boss, but maybe this'll buy me time. I'll think of something. Thanks anyway.
It really is kind of a ghost town, isn't it? Honestly, I kind of prefer that. The other town bothered me because there were tons of people who didn't do anything. This one at least doesn't have people. Loopy feminine script of yellowed sheaf on paper reads soap, oil, carrots, onions, salt, onions, chicken rings. At the end, shaky hand still learning to write is added cake. Aww. There's a little kid here. My daughter does that. She'll write desserts on the grocery list spelled wrong. I think she put gumballs on there once.
This is one of the Living Land's main export hubs. Or it used to be.
I don't think it's fair. I didn't do anything wrong. Probably using me as an example. Pick on the new kid, you know? I'll be back out there in no time.
To my valued friends in Fiera Messaverno, we expected a large shipment of vegetables from your bountiful farms. Did you not receive the correct payment? Because I counted every coin. Last month I turned a blind eye, but this month I need the food we paid for. Or at the very least an explanation. Please advise. I would hate for this to sour the relations between our people. Your friends in Thirdborn.
You watch.
Alright, let's talk to the governor.
First, my wife runs off to Paradise, and now this.
You alright there?
Not one for talking right now. On top of everything else going on, now I can't get this blasted equipment to work.
Pretend to kick the machine. Have you tried persuading it?
These bones are too old and tired for that. Besides, I don't want to make the problem worse. Maybe you could take a closer look for me.
Yeah? They look like machines to me.
Unseen,
You're mine now! Watch yourselves! Nice!
Nice, he says.
Sick!
Another win, but who's counting?
Hello.
Well done! Another down!
big guy.
Show me what you got! Out of the way! Earth and rock!
Oops. You want to accidentally pick up rotten food. I've warned the governor about the consequences of inaction. The rest is up to him. If it turns out the change of leadership is necessary, we would be prudent to consider alternatives. The old man is one candidate. His protege is another. Now, I do not think she aspires to leadership. That may work in her favor. We'll monitor the situation. Wishing for a good harvest, your friends in town. Yeah, some of the best leaders are the ones who don't want to be. Some of the worst leaders too, but still. You find someone with a good sense of duty who doesn't want the power, they will use it for good. There we go. Failure after failure. My first experiment blew up the house my father built. My second experiment poisoned our well with the sporelings. Now I have to find a way to clean out the well. Maybe they were right. Maybe I'm not coming out to be an animancer. And again, third time's the charm. At least it can't get any worse. And then he died. Wait. I see something on the radar. It is Helia's Talon. Nice. Maybe I should have been crouched. Get beetled.
Everybody all right?
Yep. Just dandy. Alright. Time to speak to the governor. See what he's about.
I really don't think you can deny that everything wrong in Fior obviously comes from using animancy.
We don't use animancy on our farms in Dawnshore, and our forests aren't trying to kill us.
I don't know what you want from me. The other Animancers and I are just doing the best we can to survive.
I thought they'd be grateful for our advice.
What's up?
Word of advice, give a wide berth to the governor's manor. Giata's about to tear that poor man a new one.
Giata?
One of our animancers. She's bright as a spark, but a mite confrontational. She came storming up the hill with a wheelbarrow full of spoiled crops. Then the shouting started.
Animancers fighting? This I have to see.
This isn't the first time Giata's put the governor in his place, but it might be the last.
How are you guys faring against the Dream Scourge?
Not well, apparently. Giata says it's infected the farms, and every day it gets harder to doubt her.
Just take a blessed day look outside. Doesn't take a genius to see this place is rolling downhill.
The governor's manor is on the far side of town. You can't miss it. Just follow the sound of foul language.
I thought this was the governor's manor.
Looking forward to seeing what it looks like when Animancers fight.
Down by myself.
Did you now?
Captain Masoni said he'd never.
Oh, okay. Sorry, this is the entrance to town.
Ah, the Emperor's envoy. Inquisitor Ludwig said you might be heading this way.
Yes. I'm here on a diplomatic mission.
As am I, in a way. Forgive me. I'm Captain Alfir, captain in the Steel Garrote. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy.
Metaphysically speaking, it's unlikely that animancers are causing the plague.
While they theorize and do nothing, the sickness spreads. But worry not, envoy. The Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of Adiran interests when the time comes.
What are you talking about?
We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
Cool.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Does subtle mean something different outside of Solace?
Oh, damn. Got some good meat here. Don't mind if I just steal it all.
Can I interest you in some glaive berries or Barrett's bells, perhaps? Welcome to Poria in Velino, the finest legitimate apothecary of Emerald Stair.
I do need supplies. Oh, dang. You got that exceptional gear. I want to sell you some garbage. But I don't have enough money for the good goods. I have a spoiled apple. What do you have? I'm looking for any book with Grimoire Snap. This one. Yeah, that's a good one. Exceptional Grimoire of Sparks. I'll remember that. You've got a fine Grimoire of Sparks. I mean, it kind of matches what I have now. I do like the jolting touch. Maybe I'll be lucky enough to find one out in the wilds. But for now, take your upgrade materials and your potions. And we're good. You have anything I can rob? Ah. Beautiful Hector, I write this without hope, knowing you'll never see it. Every day I come into your tea shop, watch as your lips mutter about the noise and complain about contention. Yet the only contention I feel is within my heart. I order your tea, sit in the corner as you serve the other customers, but you never notice. I imagine what has captured your thoughts each time you lose focus and stare at the wall with that blank expression. Each time I wish it was me you looked at with those glazed, blurry eyes. Forever your magpie, a Breet. Are you a Breet?
All ingredients are fully stocked.
Hey, I read your diary.
Welcome back. What can I get you?
Nope.
Come back and...
So where's the tea shop?
What else to get?
Wilichi. That name sounds familiar. You're the worst for days now. Giada and I passed the gates before sunrise to record the essence in Emerald Stair soil. The results are erratic and unpredictable. The crop, once green and plentiful, is wilted and smells of decay. The wildlife shows signs of strain. A bear emerged from hibernation months early, completely rabid. We found several sparrows fallen on the floor, dead without any sign of attack or cause. The symptom of a larger disease. Today, Talu approached me at the market with a bundle of greens in hand. At first glance, I thought his crops had withered with the usual rot, but upon further inspection, the mold shimmered with a strange gloss. I brought the bundle back to my shop for immediate testing. Okay. And you've got a third diary somewhere? Crop is ruined. There's no denying it now. The dream scourge has come to Emerald Stair. Vidaro insists on feigning ignorance. He wants to prevent panic, but we are losing precious time. Lives could be lost. It's more, Giada has become more restless and Fior missing Verno. I must remind myself that I once found myself aching for the promise of something greater. I can still hear Yaltzi's voice that fight first night at Naku Tadek. Our future is a blaze of risk. Isn't that wonderful? This time I cannot run. Vidaro cares little for animancy or legacy. His comfort is king. I keep asking myself, what is the point of all this if we abandon animancy at the first sign of struggle? Ooh, if we find the governor eating well, I guess we'll just have to murder him.
Oh, you startled me. This old woman can get lost in prayer from time to time. You must be the Adiran envoy I've been hearing about. Apologies for any hardships you may have experienced getting here. The failing crops, the strange beasts, and even the dream scourge are all the result of our neglect of the dead.
No apologies necessary.
Oh, so those gnats constantly buzzing in my ears are this lady's fault. Apology not accepted.
The dead of Fior expect certain rituals to be carried out. I have failed to perform those rituals, and now the spirits are angry.
Even angry spirits could not cause anything as dire as the problems facing Fior.
It is not wise to underestimate the wrath of spirits who believe they have been forgotten. Our recent dead require a final meal to ease their passage from life. Without it, they can't rejoin the cycle.
You've got people waiting in line for their next meal, and you want to waste food on the dead?
I got food from the grain merchant stores. I just need someone to leave it at the graves. The dead will take it from there.
Flesh and bone, they bring the fruit to those who cannot eat. What tree calls for its branches to endure these rituals?
I doubt the spirits consume the food, but the goodwill of the gesture has a calming effect on the dead.
That could very well be true. But however it works, neglecting the ritual clearly has had dire effects for Fior.
What you need us to do?
You must take these offerings of food and place them at 3 grave sites where the recently dead lay. The first offering goes to a cliffside grave on the southern coast.
Understood.
The second offering goes to a grave in the swamp, far to the west from here.
And the third?
The final offering should be taken to the truffle farm east of Fior, where a family lost their lives to the encroaching wilds.
Oof. Maybe this will help you find some peace as well.
That is the least of my worries. But yes, bringing closure to the recent dead will finally allow me a good night's sleep. I can't thank you enough for helping to ease the conscience of an old lady. Please, return when the rituals are complete.
By order of the governor's will and office, all greens, fruits, and grain of the earth are to be rationed by Fjord's proper authority, effective immediately. These temporary measures shall be in place until further notice. Any attempts at subversion shall be swiftly dealt with. Oof.
Genuine healing crystals, purest in all of
I
Eora.
think there's another quest around here. Ooh, lots of them.
And all godlike. I've heard whispers that one of your kind was here in the living lands. It is a pleasure to meet you. In case it wasn't clear, I'm the point of contact for anyone with bounties to turn in. So return to me if you have any to claim.
I'll return when I have bounties to collect.
Aurat Auguri. I hope to see you soon.
Got Belderino. A reward will be given for killing an Earthblight. Got it.
Oh, those poor souls. Please bring them peace, Amici. Becoming part of a blight is not a fate I would wish upon my worst enemy.
Alright.
Oh, the Trentons. A bunch of butzos, if you ask me. But they are dangerous, I'll admit. Watch yourself out there.
Okay. Oh, there.
Be careful with old Nuna. I have a theory that her longevity and hardiness are due to an inordinate suffusion of essence. Ah, those Delimgan. They are not evil, it is just in their nature to push back against the expansion of civilization. Still, survival of the fittest and all that, ne?
Just Zaurips? Okay. Nothing to say on those. Wanted Sansa, a cartographer in Paradise, has reported his assistant Felicia missing. Oh, okay. For a second I thought they wanted me to go kill Sansa. Man, there's fruit growing on every tree around the corner.
Come one, come all. My invention is guaranteed to enlarge your essence. A moment of your time, my friend? Tell me, what do you know about your soul?
As much as I... Why? What's wrong with it?
Nothing at all.
Your soul is an ancient, wondrous thing, suffused with lifetimes of rich, delicious memory. But it's tired, my friend, heavy with the burden of generations and too weak to survive another turning of the wheel.
How much do I pay you to lighten my soul?
That's the beauty of it. The first treatment's on the house. The moment you entered the city, I calibrated my invention to the highest setting and attuned it to your soul. So tell me, how do you feel? Better already, huh?
My soul feels lighter, as if all my worldly cares fluttered away.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. From this day forward, your life will be one of bliss and satisfaction. Do remember to tell your friends about all the benefits of animancy. Enjoy your soul.
You have a thing for sticking your head in the bear's mouth, don't you?
Giata, what's the meaning of this?
Look at these crops. Look at your city. The Dream Scourge is laying waste to our home.
There is no Dream Scourge in Emerald Stair.
The land
There's
begs
no
to
war
differ,
in Ba Sing Se.
and I can prove it.
We can discuss this in private.
We are discussing it now.
Maxim Vedaro is missing. He was our founder, my father, and a devout gay knight. Okay, he's an old guy. Steal your fruit.
How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike?
Hell yeah. Sugar, at your service.
Charmed. Forgive me for staring. It's just, we don't see many of your kind anymore.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Tempers are high, but I don't see any assassins. Yet.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
I'm here on official business. Excuse me, but I'm talking to this captivating young lady. Oof, all of these options are so good, except number 3. Silence, you'll know when I'm addressing you.
Ah, of course. The Adiran envoy. Ambassador Hilgard sent a missive telling me to expect you. How delightful. You speak with a measure of authority, but I caution you to remember who's in charge around here.
Now that's what I call a first impression. As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now, our farms.
The deeper I go into the living lands, the worse it gets.
Indeed. We were fighting the Dream Scourge before it even had a name. I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
But you do. What would it take for you to fix this?
Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Once again, bureaucracy stands in the way of getting things done.
I'm just trying to stop Giatta from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark.
What's the worst that could happen?
Are you going to tell them about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident, but look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart.
If we work together, I wouldn't stand between you. If we work together, I wouldn't stand between you and your ambitions.
Really? Unexpected from an Adiran. But how could I refuse an offer like that? Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Giatta.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Giatta Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Messiverno.
Banished?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giatta is an outcast.
You're making a mistake.
Perhaps. But I can't just let her continue to poison the minds of my animancers.
They aren't your animancers. Your father understood that.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Messiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
Another mouth to feed. Maybe we'll need to let Kai hunt more after all.
Cool. I do want to tear this place apart. Oh yeah, he does have good food. He's got sausage, tea, fresh apples, damn. And a raw potato, like straight up on a plate. And a water skin on a plate. Okay, so maybe he's not eating so well after all. Hello, butler.
By tradition, the governor's manor is open to the public.
Oh, damn. That sounds awful for the governor. So where are you hiding the good loot? Well, Journal of Jonas, my son, tomorrow I become the effigy. Tomorrow I become Skane's embodiment of Aora. Tomorrow my masker chokes on his own whip. Okay. Let's see. Skanite, burn, hatred, yada yada. You have so many things. Anonymous letter. All this talk of the dream scourge infecting our land has grown too loud to ignore. If it was just Quilici, I could see our way past it. Call him senile and discussion's over, yeah? But now Giada's speaking for him. And you'd be hard-pressed to find an Animancer who doesn't trust Giada Castell. To put it plainly, we demand results of one kind or another. Let the old man do his research or find some way to discredit him. If you're lucky, he'll discredit himself. What are you afraid of, Ignacy? We wonder. Either way, it has to end. It's tearing us apart. Your friends in town. Governor, my research is points to one inevitable conclusion. The harvest will fail. Okay. Yeah, we'll read it all the way. Before you ignore me again, read on. Listen. My father spoke of a river of souls flowing through the island. The souls feed our crops and power our machines. We agree on that much, but what do you think happens when the river gets polluted? If you don't believe me, look at your own farms. The soil is hollow. They don't even have the dream scourge. It might even have the dream scourge. The time has come to break the bones of the living lands and set them in a more agreeable fashion. It may be Fior Mess Iverno's only hope. We should discuss this in person. Confident you'll see reason. What is your deal?
I'm sorry you had to witness that spectacle. Giada is a spirited animancer, but she can be intolerable at times. Whatever you may think of us, I welcome you to Fior Messiverno.
You don't really believe this crisis is as bad as it looks.
I believe the nature of the living lands is unpredictable, and animancy is our best chance at getting it under control. But what Giada wishes to do is more dangerous by far than what she's trying to solve. Quilici wants us panicking over what he can't even prove. If there's a threat to Emerald Stair, it's that old man and his fear-mongering. Don't waste your time on it.
Hey, thank you for the follow. That'll be my choice to make.
For your sake, I hope you make the right one.
This Nimdude wouldn't see a Balrog coming if it did a little dance right in front of him.
If there's nothing more, I have a city to run.
Farewell. Alright. and steal the rest of his stuff. I've sworn to the people on my family's honor that there is no dream scourge in Emerald Stair. If it exists, I cannot touch our lands. When I'm alone at night, I must remind myself of that promise again and again, even if I must scream it from the empty halls. So why do I feel the threads pulling away from the fabric of my community while I strain to hold them together? It's the old man and his protege, or else my imagination. But probably them. Mother's condition isn't helping my case, neither does wine. It sounds like you don't have the right wine. Ooh. There's your key. Alien Best Breastplate +1. Like, it's not unique, but... No, it is unique. Damage reduction is actually surprisingly weak for medium armor. Maybe it is worth it to upgrade your light armor. Medium armor is like 1 thicker. Honestly, if we could find like a good mage heavy armor, like I wouldn't be opposed to like the huge cost in essence loss. Thing is, it just needs to not hurt being a mage.
Is this the governor's mother? Blessed a shame.
Letter to my son. Ignacy, I wrote this in a rare moment of clarity. Before he left us, your father was proud, stubborn, wonderful man. Let me offer you a word of advice on his behalf. Those who rule with power are destined to be overthrown by power. Those who rule with heart are destined to be cherished long after they're gone. I can feel the fog drifting back over my thoughts. Goodbye, Ignacy. Hopefully not for long. Your mother, Estelle. Shimmering wings, gnashing teeth, chew through the dirt. Where are my hands, Ignacy? Where are my hands? My hands, my hands, my hands. Okay. Cool. Estelle. She looks alright. Also, those don't look like the Machiavellian letters you would expect by the mother of a governor. Alright. Watch me cure.
Where did you go?
Oh, that is a dream scourge.
Ignacy. Where is...
Yeah, I tried. It's kind of a bummer my spell that cures the dream scourge did not cure the dream scourge just then.
Adolf! Welcome to my fine establishment. I meet...
Hey.
Well, I was not expecting such an esteemed guest in my humble workshop. Are you in need of any weapons or armor? The roads haven't been safe as of late.
What can you tell me about star metal?
Is that... Gelarde? This is star metal. Very rare stuff. Where did you get this? Nay, don't tell me. I'd be tempted to go looking for some more, and that would certainly not end well.
Can you do anything with it?
No. Unfortunately, I don't know how to work the metal into anything useful. Only enchant it. I did receive a shipment from Sola's Keep recently, however. A mace crafted out of star metal, brought to me by a trader from Galloway's Tusks. I suggest you make your way there if you're looking for someone to work that beautiful metal into a proper weapon.
Galloway's Tusks? Come on, it can't be that complicated. I bet you 5 skates a Smith and Thirdborn would know what to do with this stuff.
I'll take that bet.
And I'll take your money, eventually.
Is there anything else I can help you with, Amici?
What you got? You have a big, big gun. And I want it. I don't mind the big stick at all either. Lodestone. Okay, so this is the weapon you were talking about. Power attacks deal low stun to nearby enemies. Great stunning. 20% stun. I don't know why my axe does so much more stun. You would think an axe would be a little more slashy than smashy.
Welcome to my fine establishment. I meet.
Wait, did I not see your
Welcome back.
armor? No, I
Take
did.
a look around.
Another time.
Yeah.
Oh, what am I doing here? There's another quest. Right down there in the main village. Like dead center.
I had one job, and I couldn't even do that. Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been?
Can I help you?
If I could help myself, do you think I'd be in here? I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate.
You got time? What's the matter?
My two youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here.
Need 'em found. I'm at your service.
Praise Ilia. Their names are Belena and Adalaro. I doubt they'll be apart. They were good rangers once. But since they've caught each other's eye, all they do is sneak off to...
Hot. Screw each other?
Oh, fine. Get right to it, then.
Well, there's worse places to make the four-legged beast. I promise you that.
New recruits running off with each other? Oh man, this brings me back.
Anyway, I never thought I had any cause for concern. They always found their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger, and I...
You don't have to explain yourself. I'd be worried about my charges, too.
The last time I saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
I'll just follow the stank, then.
Consider them found.
Maybe we don't look too soon. Give them a while. Know what I mean?
Pour you a drink, Godlike.
Adalaro, my love. I want to see you again, but what about our patrol tomorrow night? The woods will give us some privacy. Don't breathe a word to Aina, though. She went straight to the captain last time. Okay.
Well, I'll be a godlike in the bone and bore. Apologies for the ruckus outside. The Animancers never know when to shut their mouths.
I found it entertaining.
I might be more amused if it didn't happen so often. But that's Animancers for you. Except Giata and Quilici, that is. They are the only Animancers taking the Dream Scourge seriously.
Not taking it seriously is a mistake.
Try telling that to Vidaro and the Animancers. But the rest of us, we've all heard the rumors from outside. Animals gone mad, terrors stalking the wilderness day and night.
Rumors always carry a sliver of truth. That's not true. The stories are true. I've seen the Dream Scourge myself.
Birth's bells, of course. If Emerald Stair runs out of food, we are in dire straits anyway. We've had crops fail before, but never food rations. The governor says it's just a temporary precaution, but I am not buying it. So, we ought to drink while we can. Agreed? Anything I can get you?
What you got? Sell you a dagger. I think that's the only good thing I have. Man, I really don't want to be selling unique armor. I'll take all your lockpicks.
Welcome back, envoy.
But like, I never have any money, and it's because I never sell unique armor.
That did not go as I had planned.
What did you think would happen when you confronted him so?
Well, my first idea was to mess up his house. Maybe break a window or two.
Perhaps I should thank you for showing restraint.
We just steal your tomatoes.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giata, some manners, if you please.
I thought she was being polite.
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego.
He's focusing on the wrong problems, that's for certain.
What does he know? He isn't even an animancer.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior Misiverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
Can we still fight the Dream Scourge?
We'll have fewer resources to work with, but anything's possible. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want, on my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long.
Once we've cured it, what's next for you?
A good question with a good answer. For now, I shouldn't bother you with the details. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Adiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers.
I do hate it. We can stop the Dream Scourge. I'm willing to look past my biases.
How generous of you. Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many Godlike left these days.
You think there might be a connection?
Wouldn't that be a coincidence? I only bring it up because animancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by...
You alright? I'm gonna let her finish.
I don't even know. I just realized this is the end. I have to leave Fior Misiverno. Forever.
Nothing ends. Think of it as a new beginning with new friends.
Some people don't find out who they really are until they leave home.
You'll be alright. My advice, find a good tavern and learn how to prepare squirrel over an open flame.
Maybe if I focus on what I have gained, I can learn to accept everything I've lost. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the Animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast.
Maybe I'll have better luck.
I hope so, because we're running out of options. Manto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elio Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fjord. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name, and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge.
What do you expect to learn?
I'd rather you find that out for yourself. Whatever it is, I won't be disappointed. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial Envoy, Research Assistant. Who knew?
Man, you got good food in here. Except for this cabbage. Just loot everything. The parchment is slightly singed, as if someone held it over the fire and considered burning it. We made a breakthrough. For the first time, the device successfully gathered essence into the Adra core. I credit the interlocking rings, a design our colleague took from the ruins across the sea. She believes the rings pull essence out of the surroundings, and wind currents pull dust or pollen. I'm troubled by what this implies. When we use the animancy to mimic a natural process, we get better results. Why? Alright, somebody is in town here.
We'll get thrown out of the pub. We're already thrown. Really? Huh. And when did that happen? Can't say as I remember. You, my friend, need some water.
Alright, let's talk to Monto. You in here? This is a nice workshop.
Confounded machine.
Oh, I heard there was a new arrival, but I didn't expect a godlike. Welcome to our modest workshop.
Giada and I are investigating the Dream Scourge.
Giada, what a loss. I owe that young woman more than I could ever repay. Unfortunately, I cannot do a lick of research while my equipment is underpowered and overworked.
Maybe I can help you fix it?
Ha! A novel idea, that. What I need is a stronger power source.
You currently using copper or Adra?
Copper allows greater power modulation through shaping, but Adra has the potential to store more essence. I could use a large single block of Adra, but harvesting it is difficult in this environment. Oh, wait. One of our rangers reported that an Adragon recently died in a western grove.
The risk of saying the obvious, we're standing in front of a massive Adra pillar?
Indeed, but that well is almost dry. I need more. An Adragon's heart can hold an immense amount of essence. The grove is to the west, across the chasm. You can't miss it. The rangers say a Delamgan queen holds court there. You may be able to retrieve it without violence, but most Delamgan in these parts are hostile to Keith. So you can understand why none of us went rushing over there to find it when we heard the Adragon had died. Still, Delamgan queens can be reasoned with, so if you want to get the heart peacefully, try not to kill her guards.
I'll see what I can do.
Do be careful. Emerald Stair is not itself these days.
Well, let's go.
Interesting.
That Octagon's heart isn't gonna yank itself out.
Interesting game, fun story. Already have an idea which skills and playstyles you're interested in building? Yeah. Honestly, when it comes to games like these, I just look up a list of spells and things and like see what sounds like the most fun. And I found Grimoire Snap. I like the idea of just blasting everybody around me, like off of cliffs and stuff. It sounds like a good time. So like that's my primary focus. So like spells and things that push people around. Other than that, I like a good stunning weapon. I thought it was going to be a mace, but the stun on this axe is ridiculously high. And other than that, in my offhand, I've got a big gun. But yeah, that's my build. Stun, block, blast people away. I usually have a good time with that. Back in the days of Mass Effect, like, I always played the wizard class and I had a great time with it. My colleague, friends, and naysayers, you are hereby invited to a demonstration of my latest achievement, that of spiritual self-combustion. Bear witness as I set fire to my very essence, merely to prove that I can. Do you doubt me? Then come watch me fail. Do you trust me? Then come watch me go out in a blaze of glory. Either way, you will be entertained. I anticipate a large and captive audience. Okay. That dude plans on blowing up his soul.
It's the essence I'm concerned about.
You just
Lisa,
take your
again?
stuff.
You're beginning to sound like Giata.
Have you ever stopped and listened to her? She might be onto something.
All these animancers are completely Looney Tunes, right?
And look what happened to them.
Like, Giada seems like a smart and reasonable person, but like, isn't it kind of like verifiably true that reincarnation exists and our souls are like fully sentient beings, like going into the afterlife, and they're just doing all sorts of wacky stuff with the souls? Isn't it just kind of like, you know, slightly worse than murder?
All right, explain it to me again.
Like, I can't think of any, like, redeeming qualities for animancy. Then again, I never played, like, enough Pillars of Eternity to, like, really get deep into the lore, but I just can't imagine doing anything with it being a good thing. I'm stealing your books.
What do you think of Giata's theory?
Well,
What we have here? The act of malicious compliance. When our governor told me to stop bothering him, I moved out of town. When he told me to hire cheap farmhands, I raised the dead. Now he leaves me alone. I've won. Your Mess Averno was founded on the principle of insubordination. In order to preserve our legacy, we must become a community of the ungovernable. Okay.
Like, the essence has no sense of direction. How did you know? We should talk, but not here.
Yeah, so this whole town gives me the creeps. And that's kind of the idea, I imagine. Yeah, you have no clue how they got away with the enslavement and exploitation of the dead folks' energy before they reincarnate all. But it's all good. They build cool zombie farms. The zombie farms are kind of cool. But it's like, you know, slightly worse than slave labor. I do like food, though. Hope this note finds you well. What an occasion, despite the lackluster fruit. You were always the life of the party, despite your claims to the otherwise. I look forward to more of your antics again soon, till we meet again. Me in. I heard there was a party in there.
Rejuvenate and revitalize your personal essence.
How am I enjoying this game? It started off kind of slow. Like, the worst part so far has been Paradise. Like, you get into, like, a town fairly early, and the town is honestly kind of bad. Because, like, none of the people react to anything you do. You steal, you loot, you confess to crimes. Like, there's no punishment. Like, it's kind of not immersive at all. But when you get out of town and you're treasure hunting and having fun combat, like, that part I really, really like. And I'm kind of enjoying the Emerald Stair halfway because the town is half dead. And so there's not a whole lot to really be bored with or annoyed by. But, like, yeah. 5 hours in, I was like, okay, I'm gonna give this game one more chance to be good. 13 hours in, I'm like, okay, I'm having a good time. Definitely not a lot going on. There's no crime like in Skyrim. It seems to be you stole from a character who became your companion. She only says, you know I can see you, right? Yeah, 100%.
The great mystery is, are Godlike blessed or cursed? The gods are silent on this question.
Neither. They just are. Anything else is speculation.
Oh, they're talking. I'm gonna rob the docks because I can, with zero consequence.
Remy, look what I found. A genuine godlike.
Do you think they can hear us?
Let's find out. Hello, me, Yvette. You friend?
Blink with incomprehension.
Remy, take a note. The endangered godlike's vacant gaze betrays an unquenchable thirst for violence. We heard that Giada partnered up with an outsider, but I had no idea you were a godlike. Fascinating.
Giada wants me to learn about the Dream Scourge.
I suppose we owe her a favor. Or two.
Giada must have sent you to be our test subject. She knows how we adore your kind. Satisfy our curiosity and we'll give you everything Giada needs to finish her research. Deal?
Deal. Let's get it over with.
Let's begin the examination. If you could choose, who or what would you be in your next life? Next time you go around the wheel, you might not get so lucky.
I'd like to come back as a godlike.
Who wouldn't? My turn. Some would call you blessed. Others would call you cursed. The fact remains, you were touched by the gods. Wouldn't you say that you owe something to the rest of us?
I try to help people when I can.
So, you believe we need your help. Interesting.
Oh, I thought of another. We all know that Godlike can't reproduce. How do you plan on leaving a legacy after you're gone?
Oak pollen? Godlike can't reproduce? That explains a few things.
Oh, didn't anyone tell you?
You hated the way she twisted that? Yeah, not gonna lie, I thought about punching her in the face. No one ever mentioned it.
Well, this is awkward. Shame you had to learn it from us. Do you have an answer or not?
Well, hopefully people will remember me in the ways I've touched their lives.
Very optimistic, aren't we? I think that covers everything. Thank you for that brilliant insight, Godlike. You're a credit to your dwindling kind.
So, Giada wants to know all about the Dream Scourge, yes? Such has been her research of late. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Just give me the bad news.
There's no cure for the Dream Scourge, much in the way that there's no cure for an avalanche.
Giada will be interested to learn that the Dream Scourge cannot just be studied in a lab. Its nature is wild, so it has to be studied in the wild. Our machines and experiments would meddle with it too much.
And like anything affecting the soul, it must be connected to essence. Thus, if she wishes to discover more about the Dream Scourge, a Pillar of Adra would be a good place to start.
Slow down, what does the Adra have to do with the Dream Scourge?
Ah, of course. The idea is a bit high-minded. Adra acts like a pathway for souls as they rejoin the wheel.
Right.
And the Dream Scourge is a plague of the soul, is it not?
So, just as Adra channels essence, so too may it provide a key to discovering more about the Dream Scourge.
Wonderful, we're done here.
Now that we've researched the mind of a godlike, the next step is anatomy. But we've taken enough of your time. Farewell. Did you hear
Hurry, before they change their minds.
I might have dozed off there for a bit.
The game feels great and looks great, and the mechanics are fun. You're about 20 hours deep in level 21, and you've had a lot of fun. Yeah, I agree entirely. Like, it's got a lot of good things going for it. Has a couple of bad things. But, like, I'm starting to really overlook the bad things, and I'm having a great time with it. Like, I think this is one of the games I'm going to give an absolute full playthrough to. I didn't know I'd do that going in. And next month's going to be harsh because I'm going to be playing Monster Hunter, Avowed, and probably Keep Driving. Like, just 3 really good games at the same time.
Those are no ordinary farmhands.
Yeah, it's better not to compare it to anything other than, like, a visual novel with first-person combat.
A godlike in Emerald Stair. Well, maybe our luck's improving.
Blighted crop.
I'd offer to shake your hand, but I've been elbow deep in Beatrice all day.
Excuse me?
Beatrice. You know, the one with her viscera on display? As you can see, this is my reanimated corpse farm.
We can smell it, too.
I'm trying to demonstrate the value of undead labor. But of course, nothing is ever that simple.
Do they work for free?
They get 3 meals a day and a comfortable home. What more could they ask for?
I mean, miners in Solace don't have it that good.
Now, Beatrice, she's being a real problem, if you can believe it. Would you be a dear and reach into her guts? Feel around for anything that doesn't belong.
Already did. Looks like Beatrice ate some spoiled crops.
Aha! So the blight got into my revenant and interfered with her raising. That confirms one of my theories. Not only is the Dream Scourge affecting our farms, it's disrupting animancy, unraveling our work. Sounds like I have more research ahead of me, but at least now I have a sense of direction. Thank you for getting your hands dirty on my behalf, Godlike. You're a natural.
Yeah, a lot of hard decisions to make in this game, which feels really good. I'm genuinely tied into the game and having a hard time making some of these decisions. Yeah, I'm still fairly early into the game, but I am noticing like some of these decisions I'm making seem like they'll have lasting consequences. I haven't seen the payoff yet, but I feel like it's going to be there. Hello, Farron. Agreed. 100% love the choices are hard, even when you know the stance your character wants. They don't often misrepresent what the choices actually end up meaning. Yeah. Like, I'm really curious about Giada here. Like, I mean, she's an animancer, so, like, I don't want her to do anything. But we're just gonna see how that goes. I dig through a lot of corpses. I thought everyone did.
Not really. But that's all right. You and I have something in common.
Anyway, Giada wants your opinion on the Dream Scourge.
Giada Castel wants my professional opinion. What an honor. I have a few theories, but no firm conclusions. I have to ask, is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town?
Banish was the word he used, probably to make it sound official.
That's our governor for you. Self-righteous even in his own ignorance. Very well. I'll tell you what I know about the Dream Scourge. But first, I need some help around the farm. I'm up to my ears in chores around here, and the Revenants can only do so much. They can't do complicated tasks, you see. Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down poor Silvo.
Do you want me to...
Yes, quickly and mercifully if you can. Silvo is one of my Revenants. My oldest, my favorite, and the pride of my flock. Someone needs to put the poor fellow out to pasture. And I just don't have the heart to do it myself.
Well, it's already dead. That's the hard part done right there.
When a Revenant goes bad, there's only one option. Final death. And poor Silvo's time has come.
I'll take care of Silvo and make it quick.
Thank you for understanding. You can find Silvo in the barn. He's blocked the door somehow, but the window should be open. Just be gentle with him. He's a good boy.
So, we're killing a Revenant then? She just couldn't come out and say that?
And this is why I don't take pets.
Yeehaw! Let's see. Yeah, you barred the door, did you? Excuse me? Oh, that's my alarm telling me I need to get the kids to school. Well, I did what I could. The same center of mass, just to be sure. No, it was my bad aim. I could have swore I hit him. Yo there. How do I get in there?
Beyond sink!
We got them all.
See, they literally keep dead folks locked in the cycle for generations until they aren't useful. Yeah. Now, do souls have kind of a like an expiration date to them? Come on, let me up. Like, do you only get like 17 resurrections before you're out of chances? Is there an explosive barrel? I want in there. Like, I know, well, there's an obvious way. It's obvious there's things inside. Okay, well, this was way easier than I thought. Hello. Where'd his body go? I really blasted all the way over there. Neat. Ooh, more loot. Honestly, before I turn this in, I'm gonna rob her farm. Give me all your stuff. Silvo's acting up again, not that I'm surprised. He was my first raising, he's bound to be unstable. How do I prove that undead labor is the future of agriculture when my best example is a violent corpse? I should build more safeguards around their collars or invest in louder bells. Hey, didn't seem that bad. Just rake in the mud. Classic farm work. Spiritual exhaustion. Go get your kiddos. Or you'll get spiritually exhausted too. I really should, but let's turn this in first.
My farmhands are very affectionate. Feel free to pet them if you like.
I dealt with Silvo.
Poor Silvo. He was a bright young revenant, but a very old man. Thank you for giving him peace.
Anyway, you promised me, answers?
So, the Dream Scourge. I've been keeping an eye on the readings from my fields. This plague, as we know it, is a recent development. But I believe whatever causes it is older by far. Maybe even as old as the living lands. The exotic plants and animals, the twisted landscape, the Dream Scourge. They have a common ancestor. There's something about the essence in the living lands that's different from anywhere else I've seen.
Vet thinks we need an Audra pillar to study the Dream Scourge.
Quite right. A broken clock is right twice a day, after all. Audra is a conduit for essence. So maybe you'll find a connection between the essence and the Dream Scourge. Like the rings of a tree. A very old Audra pillar could remember its last brush with the Dream Scourge. Not to get too superstitious, but in these troubled times, the arrival of a godlike is no coincidence. You are meant to be here. Toward what end, only you can say.
Fascinating. I'm sure Giada will be interested to hear this.
Well, I'm happy to give her some good news for a change. You and Giata are going to shake things up. As for me, I'll be keeping a close eye on my flock.
Oh, and thank you for the nightmare fuel. I really have been sleeping entirely too well lately.
I'm remembering why people find this place unsettling.
Alright. What is the next quest we're gonna do? We've got so many. We're geared up. We can do them all. Except for this one. But that one is way off in Dawn Shore. Bounty Farm Zorps. Let's look at the map. Defeat the angered spirits of the truffle. I think that is what we're going to do next. That one seems to be the closest. Anyway, the kids do need to go to school. We're digging around with the dead. It's not surprising the gods started sending folks. All good. Let me get back to my farm. Yeah, I wonder if the Dream Scourge is connected to animancy in some way. But at the same time, if that were the case, like, this would be the worst place affected by the Dream Scourge, and I feel like it's it's been implied that it's worse deeper into the living lands. Problem is, yeah, like where's the Dream Scourge at the center? Probably like around here, or maybe over here in this pile of green soup. Who knows? So we went from Dawnshore to here. I don't know. I'm excited. We've got a lot of story to uncover. But for now, I'm signing off. I had a great time, everybody. I'll be playing this more on Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm going to play a little more Keep Driving, which is also an awesome game. Like one of the best indie games dropped for a while. And yeah, that's it. If you are on Twitch, stick around for a bit and I will find somebody to raid. Let's see who's playing what. I can't believe I'm the only one of my friends playing this game. I'm gonna raid my friend Dan, I guess. He likes indie games. He's playing The Bazaar, which might be cool. I've heard good things about it. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, everybody. Ooh, according to Twitch, I only have 2 people raiding. Not much of a raid, so I'm just gonna sign off. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.